Yeah. Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
All for the youngest. Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
They wanna know.
They wanna know
Who I do it for.
who I do it for.
I do it all. I do it all. Do it for the kids.
They wanna know.
Well, welcome to the Daily Snack. My name is Jeff. I hope you've got a little snack with you, and I hope that you're nice and comfy, and you're ready to better understand how to live an extreme life for God. Now, if you didn't check us out yesterday, you missed a great winter extreme challenge. I want to encourage you, when you're done watching this video, go back, check out yesterday's video on this same YouTube playlist. It was awesome. And at the end of the curling challenge, we revealed this week's main point. It is another key to living an extreme life for God. Let's go ahead and check it out right now. Disciples of Jesus show kindness to others, even if they don't deserve it. So if I want to be a true disciple or follower of Jesus, I need to show kindness to others, even if they don't deserve it, even if they're not nice people, even if they're mean to me, even if they believe things that I don't believe. Man, this is just, I don't know about this. Well, maybe we should watch our Bible lesson and see what Jesus has to say about it. Jesus is the Son of God, and he chose to come to earth as a human baby about 2,000 years ago. As he grew up, he lived this incredible life. We read about it in the Bible, in the first 4 books of the New Testament. He taught us all about how God designed us to live these extreme lives for him. He performed extreme miracles, even raising people from the dead. And ultimately, Jesus died for us, and then he rose again from the dead. Now, today's story comes from near the end of Jesus' life here on earth, as he was traveling towards the city of Jerusalem, where he was going to be arrested and murdered. On his way, Jesus passes through a town called Jericho, and he meets a man named Zacchaeus. Now, we find Zacchaeus and Jesus' story in the Bible, written down by a man named Luke in chapter 19 of his book about the life and death and resurrection of Jesus. This is a story of a man named Zacchaeus. Now, just like in modern times, 2,000 years ago, people had jobs. They worked really hard performing various tasks so they could make money. Now, some people were farmers and they grew crops. Some people built buildings and others were servants, and some people cleaned. People had all sorts of jobs and they would get paid for the work that they did. And that's where our friend Zacchaeus comes in. See, Zacchaeus had a job too. Now, he wasn't a farmer, he wasn't a builder, he wasn't a servant. No, Zacchaeus was a tax collector. That meant his job was to go around and collect money from people. It was the law that when the tax collector came by, you had to pay your taxes. To make it even worse, Zacchaeus, as a Jewish man, was a tax collector for the Roman Empire who had conquered the Jewish people. And everybody had to pay him.
Okay, time to pay your taxes. I'll take that. Thank you, yes. Oh, yes, it's time to pay up. Give me. Thank you. I love the smell of money in the morning.
But Zacchaeus, not only did he collect money for the foreign country that was occupying the Jewish land, he cheated people too. He took more money than he was even supposed to.
Yep, it's time to pay your taxes once again. Pay up. Thank you. You too, cough it up. Give me the cash.
Well, as you can imagine, Zacchaeus was not top on the popularity list. People did not like him for taking their money that they had worked so hard for. And the Bible tells us that Zacchaeus had become very rich because of what he was doing. Well, one day, Jesus came to town, and a crowd of people gathered around Jesus because everybody wanted to hear what he had to say, even Zacchaeus. There was a problem. Zacchaeus was short. He was too short to see over the crowd. So Zacchaeus had an idea. He ran on ahead of the crowd and he climbed up a sycamore tree so that he could see over the crowd when Jesus passed by. Well, sure enough, Jesus did come by. But you know what? He looked up into the tree and he saw Zacchaeus and he said, "Zacchaeus, quick, come down. I must be a guest at your house today." Zacchaeus couldn't believe it. He climbed down and he was so happy to take Jesus back to his very own house. Remember what I said earlier about people not liking Zacchaeus? Well, sure enough, all the people in the crowd started to grumble. They were mad because Jesus was going to hang out with a mean guy who was known for being a dirty, rotten sinner and a cheater. No matter what the people thought, Jesus still loved Zacchaeus. He showed him kindness even though Zacchaeus did not deserve it. And as a result, Zacchaeus absolutely changed. He promised to give half of his wealth to the poor, and he also promised that he would give back money to everyone he had cheated, but not just the money he had cheated out of them, 4 times as much as he cheated out of them. Jesus showed Zacchaeus kindness and love when he didn't deserve it. And that is what he wants us to learn as well. Because disciples of Jesus show kindness to others even if they don't deserve it. Wow. You know, as someone who wants to follow Jesus, a disciple of Jesus, I need to show kindness to others even when they don't deserve it. And I've got to tell you, that is extreme. I mean, think about it. The world all around us, they don't give us that advice. They say, treat people the way they deserve to be treated. If someone does something mean to you, be mean right back. If someone pushes you, you better push them back, or maybe even worse. People are either our friends who agree with us, or they're our enemies who are against us. Honestly, it's really why we have so many problems in our world, because this is not the way God designed us to live. His way is showing kindness to people even if they don't deserve it. His way? Well, I've got to tell you, it is extreme. I hope that you join us tomorrow because this is the end of today's Daily Snack.
Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
All for the youngest. Young man, always surfing, no waves. I do it for the kids.
They wanna know.
They wanna know
Who I do it for.
who I do it for.
I do it all. I do it all. Do it for the kids.
They wanna know. They wanna know who I do it for. Who I do it for. Yeah, I do it all.